Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. In this video, we are going to be going through the ninja levels 50 through 80 job quests. Now, similar to Monk and Bard, Ninja is the third of the 4 jobs that I had job boosted. So, we're going to be going through the New Game Plus feature to relive the story. So, yeah, if you want to hear about the explanation about why I job boosted, I explained it all at the beginning of the Monk video. So, check it out if you want to see the reason why I did what I did, or if you don't remember. But, yeah, Aparo, my buddy old pal, what's going on? Cecil, you're welcome. You're welcome. I can tell your devotion to our art has been absolute, and I sense a greater power awaits you. But I now have no new ninjutsu to teach. You alone can awaken to the power inside you. But if you do, our art will be in the very beating of your heart. I learned much and more whilst I was a shinobi of Doma. Mayhap you would find your own way if your blade served a master. Such thoughts will have to wait, however. Not minutes before you came through those doors, I received this missive from Jacques. He bade me come to Limsa proper with all due haste. Join me, Cecila. Your path here began at the Rogues Guild, and mayhap returning will spark something new within you. Alright, let's go see what Jacques has to say. Did I call him Jake or Jacques? I don't remember. It's been so long since I did the Rogues quest line. Alright, let's go see what he wants. Oh boy. Paying a visit to her old guild. Alright. Let me in, Lawnward. Hello, Jacques. What's going on? Oh, you changed your attire. Captain Jacques, it's been too long. I never did thank you properly for obtaining the ancestral garb of the shinobi. Oh there, I was wondering when you'd show up, and you brought Cecila. How are you keeping, lass? Bene. Now, I need a wit with the Boro. There's a thief on the loose in La Nocia who's fast. Too fast to be a regular rook. You have my sympathies for your problem, of course, but why summon me? Well, as far as I was told it, the one doing the cloying from Eorzea came from the Far East, judging by the garb. How very strange. The journey is too long to be undertaken lightly. I wonder what drove them here. Who knows? But here's the rum thing. This code's a ninja by all accounts. A ninja? It is uncanny how much your thief sounds like me, Jacques. Why, if I did not know better, I would say I was your culprit. Aye. So get your dabbles where I can see them. Couldn't help a bit of amusing there. Of course, I don't actually suspect you. Truthfully, I was just wanting to see if you knew anything that could help me with the case. That ought to be taken in by so obvious a ruse. Well, if the thief is a shinobi of Doman origin, then I might know him. Would you allow me to investigate aid your investigation? With pleasure. Things will go a bit smoother with a couple of dimber dammers like you on board. Why don't we go and see what the victims got to say about our rook, eh? Molfa Kelfa's the cove we want, and we'll find him over at the Summerford Farms. Ha! Been a godly while since our last job together, Cecila, and I'm looking forward to having you along. What about the other two? What are they doing? I expected them to be around, but they're not. Fine, it's just you and me, huh? Alright. Alright, he's down here. And who, pray tell, are you? Yes, you, and the gloomy-looking fellow there. Now, these people are these your people, Jacques? Can they handle this matter with the guild's customary sensitivity? I reckon so. Cecily here is one of the guild's newer lasses, and your gloomy-looking cove is a cult, just joined up, so to speak. In that case, bring back my orb. It's one of a kind. They stole it from me. Two nasty thieves with a far eastern look to them, and after I spent a bloody fortune on it. The nerve of those two falling upon me just as I was on my way here. The fiends ran to the northwest thrice as fast as my men could. I want them found and clapped in irons, damn it. Well, you best get after them then. If they are foreigners, they won't know the lay of the land. Might be as we can use that against them and catch up before they hop the twig. No need to be shy if it comes to blade work, but don't mill them either. We need to find out why the rooks are cloying from honest folk. All right. We should figure it out. All right. Anything around here? I'm looking around. I'm not seeing anybody. I'm not seeing anything suspicious. But I did find some footprints going northwest. Where are these leading me? Alright. Where are those footsteps? Where are they gonna lead me? Gotta follow the trail. Still northwest. Alright. Well, here. We can't really follow footsteps at this point, because we're on wood. Make a 2 figures ahead and Whisper Canyon. We're going down here, huh? God damn, I don't think I've been down here yet. Oh, there's a burrow. You're suspicious. Who are you? Well, you're a Dimbermore, make no mistake. So, why is it you've been taken to Cloyne? Whoa. Never a tender word for Jacques, is there? No, it's always a stabber. Yes, that's her! The thief! I knew this taking this to the guild was the right choice. Sadly, this means our relationship is at an end. It would be inconvenient if you were to learn of how I came by the orb. Sellsword, your skills are required. Oh, it's a trap. Who's this guy? Har, it would be my pleasure. Shock's one to be reckoned with, but not when she's got 2 fledglings at his side. We trust he tried not to will do for him all. Well, them's choice wids from a double-crossing bastard. Yeah, but neither you mind me being called fledglings. Not in the least. It'll be all the sweeter to make him eat those words. And he is a more fitting foe than some silent maiden. Ha ha! Bluster and rage all you want. You won't be going gently into the night. Ha! Get your ass beat. Well, we did you wrong, my dimmer Mort. Seems we owe you an apology. You have my thanks, but I didn't need your aid for such brutes as these. Your bow. Then it's true. You are from the Far East. Have we met by any chance? You seem familiar. Oh. An old face? Your accent marks you as shinobi. Akagi, explain the situation. Oh, you were the lot you were chasing us? Scary being chased, but right. Why we're here. This is Yatsurugi no Yuki. If I understand your customs, you'd call her Princess Yuki of the Yatsurugi clan. She's left her lands to search for her family's treasures. They were stolen by bandits, you see. The Yatsurugi clan? You're very far from your domain, princess. Tell me, why you make the journey? I have no time to talk. Not while the identity of bandits still eludes me. You need only know that I have taken back 3 of the stolen treasures, and I will leave when I have the other 2 when the other 2 are mine. Very well. Your reasons are yours to keep, but I cannot leave you without a sworn dagger, princess. And I don't know just the person to do it. Cecil, we're not aiding Princess Yuki's edition as her shinobi. As you know, we are blades, and missions are as whetstones to us. Through duty and service, we sharpen our skills and our minds. This is the next step in your path. The princess is a stranger here, and she can trust no one save you. Your mission is to guard her with your life and return her safely to her people. What say you? Ah, she's gone. Damn! She moves quick. You think we not even have to trust Shinobi? When Doma fell, we all saw your daggers in its back. Come on, Akagi, leave the traitors. Yeah, can't blame her. Been like that ever since we got here. Why, she'll barely let me pack her bloody clothes. I understand why she refuses my help when it comes to fighting, I suppose. I'm no warrior, but she does have her limits. Everyone does, pauper or princess. So I'd appreciate if you lend me a hand keeping her, well, alive. Of course, my friend. If her life's in danger, send a word here. Cecil and I'll answer. I'm much obliged. You've no idea. But I best go. She'll have my head if she catches me chatting. I'll be in touch. Alright. Man, I can't blame her for being wary. Biting back Far Eastern Bomb was what was bitten, eh? We'll need to whittle some more from that dastardly dill, I expect. The guild will tip Doddle to track down the bandits that clothed the treasures. Thank you, Jacques. When you have something, you know where to find us. Shall we, Cecila? Alright. Back to Wineport. I just wish getting to this stupid storehouse was a little bit easier. But I guess it's not that far of a trip. Let me in. I had heard of Yuki Yatsurugi before, the pride of her clan, poisoned princess of the Far East. If even a tenth of the rumors are true, she has reason to deny our aid, but somehow you must earn her trust. Someday her life may depend on it. The path ahead of you is long. Your resolve cannot falter. I'll help where I can, but from this day forth you must devote your entire being to protecting Princess Yuki. Alright, I'll do what I can. She does not make it very easy though. The impossible girl. Yeah, sounds about right. Akagi has summoned us, Princess. Prince Suzuki is attempting to infiltrate a Salthound stronghold. She would have us save her, to use his words. He has managed to delay her near Mimron's trading post. I trust you know the place. Let's away with all haste. That's by the... Where is that? Oh, that's by the... That's on the other side of the lake. A bronze lake. Alright. And off I go. To take a trip across the lake. Probably would have been better if I just took the boat. Finally, it's not easy keeping the princess in one place, you know. Incredible. This is why you had me wait, Akagi? I had thought I made myself clear. I neither need nor want their help. Go home, Shinobi. Princess, now that we're here, surely there's no harm in telling us your plan. Oh, I would be happy to. It's a long story too. Rumors have been swirling about your black markets, about things that sound much like our clan's stolen treasures. It's hard to pin down rumors like that, but we've also gotten word that some group of pirates, the Hounds of Salt or some such, keep records of the black markets. I don't need to tell you how valuable those could be. Of course, a certain someone is all set on slipping into their camp by herself, but I can't see to letting that... Nope, she's already gone. Not again! Always sneaking off on her own like that. Seeing as she's already gone, we cannot stop her. However, we might still lend her aid by clearing obstacles from her path. Here, Sessa, smoke bombs. You'll catch the attention of the nearby watchmen if you set these off near the camp. Incapacitate them and the princess may pass unnoticed. Fake attack? My axe is for show, mainly, but I'll help where I can. Very well, Akagi, go east. I will go north. We will rendezvous to the southeast at Poor Maid's Mill when done. Alright, guy. Yeah. What's that sound? You're death. That's what the sound of it. We got an intruder! Oh no, what are you gonna do? When I one-shot every one of you. Alright, well, that was easy. All we can do, we have done. Prince Suzuki should have made it inside by now. Paid to watch, not the watchdogs, when they get their teeth into you lot. What? Quickly, Cecil, inside the camp! Save yourselves the effort. The black market records are mine. Our jade jewel is mentioned in here. The Madeira Kanemitsu dagger as well. Seems the former was sold, but finding the buyer should not be difficult, and the blade will be up for auction shortly. Princess, you're safe. Did you not meet with any resistance? Resistance? Oh, them? Huh. You did that, princess? She's not the pride of our clan for nothing. The princess is a skilled fighter. She tried her hand at your ninjutsu too. Not even her instructors can keep up with her these days. I trust you see now. You see now why I have no need of your help. I will reclaim my clan's property myself. I just wish you understood what she means to her clan. Well, thank you for today. I'll have need of your help again soon, but let's keep it on the sly, eh? Huh. Come, let's return to our haunt. We must meditate on what you've seen here to focus your thoughts into weapons anew. Alright. Meditation awaits, huh? Alright. Oh, she's definitely impossible. The name of the quest is definitely not wrong. Alright, guy. Well, the princess's trust is not yet yours, but she is safe. Were this a try, you would have passed. But your mind is full. Still your thoughts. Listen to what your heart says in the silence. In so doing, you will grow as a shinobi. Alright. Thanks for the life advice, buddy. Nice. Akagi has summoned us again, this time to Oskan's embrace. His note was brief and hastily written. I do not know what the princess has done, but it's clear she needs our aid, urgently. Where the hell is Oskan's embrace at? Oh, that's by Morabi. Alright. Let's find out what's going on. What's happened? You! Where were you? Here I am, I'm worried half to death because the princess is in danger, and I can't do anything about it. And you just saunter up like... Calm yourself and start from the beginning. Where's the princess? Calm? Right, calm. Her Highness learned about the Hubathage clan's jewel. She's run off to take it back and left me behind. Uh-oh. Where is she? She can't have gotten far, even with her bleeding witchcraft or whatever. Come on, lads, fan out and find her. Well, that's it in a nutshell. The guards won't rest until they catch her, and she's stuck up there. That she would find the Jade Jewel is just like her, but she clearly has no way to escape. Well, Cecila, it's your mission. What takes the highest priority? Helping the princess out. An answer that befits the true shinobi. The guards think the princess's ninjutsu is magic. We can use his ignorance for our benefit. Let fly Raiten. That they will mistake the thunder for Princess Yuki's ninjutsu. Show the enemy southwest, away from the princess. We'll rendezvous on the Salt Strand. How could I just run right past them? I don't like how I just like strolling by too. Alright. I gotta remember the combination for Raiten. Because it's been a while since I actually I messed around with Ninja. Raiten is... Tenchi. Alright, easy enough. That sound! It's the girl! After her! Alright. Come on! What do you mean no? Cowards, do you want to be the one to tell the master since someone took the jewel? Then come on! Alright. Don't let her get away! The jewel is more valuable than our lives! Alright. Normal. Hello, hello, princess. Oh, you are unexpected. Yes, most unexpected. Oh. Who's this? So the thunder wasn't her doing, but a shinobi's? Huh. Most curious. Where did she find coin to pay you? Or did she command your loyalty with her regal blood? What I could do if royalty flowed in my veins. No matter. I'm buying a bright future with my actions today. Mission comes first, as they used to say. I was only paid to oversee the delivery, but what is my employer's goodwill worth, I wonder? Why do you look at me like that? Your eyes are like Karasu's or Gakai's. Judge me unworthy. You must be from the Far East. A real shinobi with real ninjutsu. Like Gakai. You think yourself might better because of it? Don't lie to me. I can see it in your damn eyes. I can make you spit out what you know about Yuki, or I'll cut it from your corpse's stomach. Alright, I'm not afraid of you. Talk a big game. I can't lose. Your head will bring... Oh. I didn't mean to do that, but whatever. I ain't afraid of what you got. Pawns, pawns, useless pawns. The match is won when the king comes. Whatever you gotta say, buddy. I can play that game too. Forgive me, Sessa was waylaid. 2? How unexpected. I'll have to use this one. Use one huge. Alright. I'm not afraid of your magic circles. You forbid my mudge with summoning too? I do. It's not the way. What happened to my skill? My, oh, there it is. Trick attack. Forgot I moved my hotbars around a little bit. I know when the tide has turned. He who fights runs away. Nick! Why do they always run? He spoke a good guy in Karasu, but who was he? That was a he? I thought it was a girl. Sorry, it's been a while since I've messed around with my hotbars, so I couldn't remember where was what. A different breed than the other guards, that one. He knew of Karasu, of Kakai. There should be no shinobi in this land with such knowledge. Unless he was one of Kakai's shadows. The Imperial Shinobi lost their place in Garlemald when the unit was disbanded after the man's death. That would be cause for them to sell their blades. I imagine the demand for mercenaries with ninjutsu would be great among people with money enough to trade in Far Eastern treasures. Pardon me, Cecil, this can wait. Princess Yuki's safety is paramount. Let's join her near the Tempest Gate. Alright. Now that I know the layout, my own layout, or not my layout, my own HUD, or whatever, control scheme. Once I take this to Zadlar, I'll be able to refamiliarize myself. Yeah, Sakagi told me. And no, your aid was not needed. I could have escaped perfectly well without you. But I suppose the important thing is that the Jade Jewel is once again mine. All I've left to find is the Midari Kanemitsu dagger. Don't interfere. This is my problem to solve, alright? Well, I think she's coming around. Never know it by what she said, but she's secretly grateful. And if she does anything, I know where to find her brave protectors. That you do. Shall we return, Cecila? Return we shall. And we will be back for more later. Alright. Hello, good sir. I have made Akagi aware of that strange sorcery on the Salt Strand. You'll be vigilant, as should you. As for your mission, I believe the princess is warming up to you, though it is difficult to tell. But at the very least, no harm has befallen her on your watch. Now, I'll leave you to your meditations. Allow them to further sharpen your mind, so you'll be the blade when the time comes again to strike. Nice. Cecila, Jacques' network has caught wind of who has been selling the Yatsurugi's clan's stolen treasures. This is information that may lead us straight to the dagger. He has summoned us both to the guild, but could I ask you to go by yourself? I cannot leave just now. Akagi and Princess Yuki are on their way here. I sent a message telling them we might have information on the bandits who robbed her. The princess desires to learn more of them, and so she has seen fit to join us. I believe Jacques will give you a thread. Follow it and return once you have unraveled the truth. Alright. Let's see what Jacques has come up with. Fisherman's. Looking to get inside? Yes, I am. Hello, buddy. Cecilla, God's know it ain't simple. It ain't simple to make black marketeers talk, but we tickled Mulfa Kelpa's neck with a stabber, and he coughed up a load of information. The remaining bauble, a dagger by all accounts, is to be sold at auction, and attendance is invitation only. The hosts are a band that would go by the name of the True Hounds. Now, in the eyes of the law, they're selling loot cloyed from Imperial assault on an expedition to the Far East. But guard mode don't control where your dimber mort's from. It's a Bene mummery turned a profit under the guise of a proper company. The buyers won't ask too many questions either. Grabbled or no, treasure is treasure. But it's just your princess's wit against the True Hounds. The guild can't act on that. Not officially, anyway. I've looked to investigate into well, let's call him a black marketeer. He's a strange one, only came to the guild's attention recently. But I've never met a code who would get information so quickly. The veil was lifted by a southerly this morning. That'll put the man at the House of Sticks. Here's a second blunt. Bene luck to you, lass. All right, we're still dealing with marketeers. Remember what happened to the last one? Last one kind of met a grim end. Alright, it's probably easy if I go out one of the exits. Because it's like right there. No, where is that? That's Marabi. So, probably easier if I go to the mist and exit through there and whatnot. Just take me somewhere, anywhere. Take me somewhere. Alright. Hello, guy. You want information? Then come, render unto me what is mine. There you go. Yes. Yes, this seems to be everything that was promised. The back alleys are awfully profitable, eh? Now, about these True Hounds. Most of the Salt Hounds called back to land after the calamity, but a few refused to relieve the seas and took up again as the True Hounds. They sail under the black flag of Captain Rosalind. They boast the strength of a crew twice their size, mostly because of the Pluto they take. With their muscles bolstered by the substance and a healthy dose of natural viciousness, they have brought themselves fortune and infamy on the eastern seas. Now, however, they've hidden their ship away at Hullbreaker Isle and made their way to Costa del Sol. Seems they fancied a cup of ale and a peek at the dancing girls. They won't be hard to spot if you wanted to look, but do so at your own peril. Drunken pirates might not frighten you, but Redway, their new sellsword, should. They say he's an ex-member of a Guardian Covert Operations, one who has thrown himself into the study of ninjutsu. His pursuit has paid off tremendously, albeit at the cost of his humility. Stay vigilant, or you'll find his blade pricking your back. Anyway, that's all from me. Give my best to dim one, little chick. Alright, thanks for the information, I guess. Alright. Let's go check this out. Are they perhaps taking place on the event? This seems fitting for what they're here for. They've arrived just in time for the Moonfire Fair. Redway. A lost be plunder. That's coin I may never get back. But you convinced me to give you time. Make your report worth me while, or I'll have your head. There were 2 thieves, Captain. The Iron Orchid herself, and some servant. The latter looks to be more brawny than brave, but the princess is dangerous. She has 2 shinobi in her employ. One is a Dolmen Jonin Oboro. He too is a force to be reckoned with. The other is an Aura, Sessa if I'm not wrong. She is famous in her own right, and dangerous. Their involvement makes you think the princess has more coin than she lets on. These 2 are responsible for my master's death. Their services cannot be cheap. Your master's murderers, eh? You wouldn't be dreaming of avenging Gekaya on my time now, would ye? Vengeance, Captain? Why? Gekaya treated him like scum. He ain't crossed it both. Because I wasn't from their precious little village. But Oboro, if I triumph over Gekaya's favorite, I triumph over the lot of them. That is my heart's desire, yes. I could give a gnat's arse what you do with the ninjas, but it's not them I want. It's the princess, alive. The way I see it, the auction's the perfect trap, baited as it is with the Yatsurugi dagger. The Iron Orchid can't resist. Catching her then it'll be as easy as fast. Savvy, Redway? Of course. The princess won't stand a chance with the guard doubled. No, she won't. Oh. Oh boy. Alright, let's go tell them the information that we learned. Success, Tesla? You can say that. This Rosalind is a clever one, spying upon us through Redway. Princess, our foe will be watching our tricks now. Reclaiming the last treasure will be much harder, so I beg you, leave it to a shinobi. I know there's sense in what you say, Oboro, but this is my problem. I alone must solve it. I will not allow more people to die in my name. The true hounds didn't just steal the treasures. My people stood in their way, and many died. Too many. I wanted to fight, but my vassals wouldn't allow it. And as they were cut down, they called for me, screamed my name. You can't imagine how that feels. My lands are so close to destruction. My people are on the brink of starvation. If I do not do something, all their sacrifices will mean nothing. When I came here, I vowed that I would bring prosperity to my country by fighting and selling my treasures. Alone, no one would ever die protecting me again. Not my small folk, nor my vassals, nor you. You don't want anyone to die protecting you, Princess. What about those of us who would give our lives willingly to defend you? If you won't trust a shinobi, then I'll slice open my belly. I'm bound to you, Princess, but they're not. We've given them no coin, no gratitude, and yet they're still helping us. You can trust them. You have to. Or there's no taking back the treasure. Trust the shinobi. Or lose me and add more to those dying trying to protect you. That'll get you to stop, right? Princess? Akagi, you have the strangest way of... Clearly the shinobi have left a great impression upon you. Boro, Sessla, consider this my formal request. Help me retake our last treasure. But I have one condition. No matter what happens, you will not lay down your lives for mine. Call it a duty to stay alive if you wish. Stay alive, huh? An interesting notion. Shinobi are trained to put duty ahead of all else, including our lives. That said, Sessla, this is a mission that has been given you. You are duty bound to see it through. And come what may, I know that completing it will aid in your growth as a shinobi. Oh man. Now we wait and watch for signs of the auction. I will approach Jacques with the eyes and ears in his service. We will spread a web and so catch word of the Yatsurugi clan's dagger. Alright. Dream within a dream! It seems the true hounds have already held their auction, Cecila. Some collector bought the Yatsurugi clan's dagger. However, the princess's reputation has kept him trembling at home. He's paid a small fortune to have the blade brought directly to Ishgard. So we strike while it is on the move. I look forward to taking it back from the true hounds, though there's still the question of their guard. Cecil, you mentioned the pirates regularly use Pluto, yes? Should someone exchange this for a powerful sleep draught, such as lavender incense? Can we just face them out in the open? Or is there something in the shinobi code that forbids straightforward solutions? Nothing so formal, princess, but a stealthy approach best allows us to carry out your orders. Stay alive and retake the treasure. The true hounds base their operations in Lanosia. They will supply themselves in Limsa for the journey north, a weakness we can exploit by dividing into two groups. Akagi and I will search for the true hound supplies. Princess, you and Cecil will visit Kyokurun and Hawker's Alley. I have informed the shopkeep as lavender incense in stock. Is this a jest? I'm perfectly capable of going shopping without Cecil's help. Here, Cecila, the funds to purchase the incense. Good luck. Huh. Shopping trip! It's a royal shopping trip. Kyokurun puzzled by puzzling customer. She makes demanding demands but has no shinies. I got your shinies right here. Trade for incense. Kyokurun promise. Good for good night's rest. Breathe deeply for deep sleep. Look, I just forgot my coin purse, that's all. Anyway, we have the incense now. Does it matter who paid? And where are Akagi and Noboro? What was she thinking coming all this way? Her mother would have died of shock had she lived to read that note. That voice. No, they can't. Not here. Uh-oh. What's going on? Oh. How the princess doesn't realize she is our land's sole ray of light is quite beyond me. If we don't bring her home, I shudder to think what will happen. Oh boy. Gods, why would they come here? I told them I'd be back. Just after I found the treasures. Princess Yuki, did you? Shut up, you oversized oaf, for leaving now. Princess, what did I do? Princess? I suspect I'm better off not knowing. In any case, the true hounds are storing the supplies near Fisherman's Bottom. I will follow the princess. You go and make the switch before the guards return. Where the fuck is Fisherman's Bottom at? Oh, it's down there by the fishing guild. Makes sense. Fisherman's Bottom, Fisher's Guild. Duh. Wah! Switch has been made. Nope, they're not here. Oh! They pulled a bait and switch on me. I didn't even see them. I didn't even see this. Not them. Well, that's the last of it. How's it we're getting to Ishgard? Captain won't go within 20 yalms of the shroud, mate. We sail to the Dervani hinterlands and hook back around west from there. Fair bit of land between here, there, and the Holy See. What if we stopped from the smoldering wastes? A dose of our medicine will carry us the rest of the way, eh? Don't bleat that to the whole harbor. I've heard the thieves after this haul. That's why we're taking twice the guards. Like to see her try and take it now. They'll take the sleeping trout and be out like babes. Come on, let's hurry to... what was it again? The Smoldering Wastes. Sussa, what manner of place is it? I've never visited Giovannia myself. It's a very desolate place, filled with dragons and bugs. Ah, thank you. The princess and I are both experienced travelers, and we'll meet you there. Well, I guess it's the hinterland, so it's not really dragons and bugs. It's more like goblins. But, oh, no. It's there. Alright, never mind. I thought they were going to the hinterlands, not the forelands. Tesla, Boro's plan worked! But not all patrols have reported in for their Pluto. They could be back at any moment. Stand guard while I search these crates. The Midari Kanamitsu's got to be in one of them. Take the south. Akagi's to the north and the Boros to the east. When you finish your own patrol, return here. They should be both back by then as well. But as I said, no matter what happens, do not lay down your life for mine. Alright. I ain't afraid of you. What's happened here? I told you I'm no good in a real fight. Cecila, Kagi is wounded. Must tend to him at once, or we're on a dangerous path. I found it! Everyone back home will be so happy. It's over, my friends. I can finally bring prosperity to my lands. Yeah, it'll be alright. Splendid. Then let us... Wait. Decent to Cecil. The foe's near. Oh, like he just appeared like ghosts. Like a ghost. You played a clever trick, Boro, but not clever enough. No liquor or Pluto ever passes these lips, and now I've found you. What to do? Three able and one lame could make for an interesting fight, yes. But I hold all the cards. Why risk it? I've come to offer the princess an invitation. Your countrymen miss you so terribly. They've called for you, cried your name ever since we caught them. Surely you'll want to join them, yes? What? Princess, no! Put up your blades. Fate played us for fools. Redway. I'll go. Look at me now, Gakai. I won. I've beaten your proper Doman Shinobi. Oh, but you'll try to rescue her, won't you? If I see anything out of the ordinary, Boro, I'll slit their throats. Yes, starting with Yuki's. See to Akagi, Shinobi. Farewell. Don't just let them get away. After her, Boro. Damn it, man, move, or I'll... Wait. Cecila, you can pursue her if you wish, but you must see to you must see to Akagi's wounds. That was the princess's order. I know we could have fought, but I understand why she chose not to. Had Redway escaped, his hostages' lives would have been forfeit. More dead in her defense. This decision was hers to make. It's not our place to question it. We can do nothing more for now. Let's return to La Nocia and tend to Akagi there. Well, shit. That sucked. Oh, fuck. That was unfortunate. Akagi is distraught but alive. I will tend to his wounds in your place. But the moment he's better, we will mount a rescue. The princess did not forbid us from trying, and I would hate to see Redway win. For the moment, train your mind, practice your blade. We will need all of your skill in our next battle. Alright. Do not raise your voice, Cecil. The woods are filled with hostile ears. I have no doubt the shadows that surround us were Redway's. How he found us, I cannot say. But why? His hostages already shield him. Does his fear so consume him that he would slit our throats while we are helpless? This is cowardice. Or madness. His men will try to catch us unawares. I say we let them. Go and patrol outside. Pretend to doze off at some point. Our foes will strike. Once they do, make sure they do not live to report to Redway. Alright. I got a doze. Oops. God damn it. I gotta fall asleep. Fooled you. All right. All right. I like how Byakuya just sat there and watched this all happened. Thank you. I sense we are free of unwanted visitors. Akagi is on the mend. We have seen our duty through. Now the princess awaits our rescue. I spoke with Jacques and he has commandeered a boat for us. The plan had been to slip across to Hullbreaker Isle from the Morabi dry docks and find the princess. However, if Redway sent his cutthroats here, he'll not have neglected the docks. The place will not be swarming with guards. It would be unwise to continue with reconnaissance. I'd only slow you down if I went, wouldn't I? You've only just healed Akagi. Princess Yuki wants you to keep you safe, and you would serve her best by remaining here. Alright. Cecil, I'm entrusting her life to you. Please, please bring her back safe. Alright. Morabi Dry Docks it is. Where am I going? This is even worse than I'd imagined. There are true hounds everywhere. We cannot risk open battle. Princess Yuki will die if one escapes our blades. I have a plan, but you'll not like it. Tell me, Cecil, do you recall what the princess ordered you to do? Stay alive. Exactly. You are bound to her, Cecil, right? I am not. I am an ally, and my death means nothing in the eyes of duty. But if you die without delivering the princess from danger, then as a shinobi you have failed your mission. You must look to save her. So, I must be the pawn, and I must be sacrificed. Redway's eyes are on me. If I surrender, he'll lower his guard, giving me the chance to sneak over to the Isle. I did say you would not like it, but it's the only way. I hope you're ready. I trusted you, Cecil. Now you show your true colors. Craven, I call you. You're no shinobi. You are a mistake. I should never have taught you the ways of my village. Get out of my sight. Phew. Forgive me, Cecil. I had to give them reason to believe we parted. No matter what happens to me, you cannot interfere. Now the princess is only one shinobi. Watch for your chance to save her. Her fate, our fates are in your hands. All right, nice show, buddy. You slew all the cell swords I sent to find you. Perhaps I should have spent more on them and less on buying the location of your little shack. Well, good lesson for the future. But really, Aboro, how could you be so stupid? You could have fled with Cecila, but why did you? No, you scurried back like a child who hasn't learned to fear his father's fists. I told you I'd slit the princess's throat if you came after her. I still may, if you don't comply. So come along or she'll die. Screaming yes. Bastard! Have you no honor? Don't hide behind your hostages. Fight me! Why would I? You and your honor have lost. Your way, the traditional way, is out. In with the new. Change requires sacrifice, Saburo. Your village, for example. I'll lure your elders in the open with you and lay waste to your houses. Then I will build the shinobi anew in my image. Simple yes. If only that were today. Maybe I'll keep you alive to see it. Now heal, Aboro. Your princess awaits. Cecila, why are you skulking back here with when your friends are in danger? What are you doing here? Traitor! You. Damn you, shinobi. The princess was right. I should have never trusted you. Go. Come on, get. I'll save her to your my bloody self. You need to relax, buddy. What? Just a mummery? Aboro's put his life in danger for the princess? I knew it. Never doubted it, not for 1 second. Sure, I bound my leg proper. I can run on and fight on it too. I won't win renown back home if I just let the shinobi do it all, eh? Let's take the battle to them. Thank you, my friend. You won't regret it. Now, to the Marabi dry docks. I thought you couldn't fight. So what does putting on a show of me being us parting ways have to do with anything? Not a guard left. I suppose Redway's got them all keeping watch over Aboro. Well, so it's now or never. Let's get across to that island. Aboro said something about a boat. Princess, forgive us. We never meant to cost you the treasures. Ah, that's the lot. Good to have the plunder back. You have what you came for, Rosalind. Now release my people. Lads, I remember seeing an empty pair of shackles in the brig. So the princess below decks along with the others. What? No, you gave me your word. You said... you believed I actually bought a treasure for hostages. Ain't no reason in the realm for me keeping that promise, child. Captain, I caught him. Allow me to present Oboro, the last of the princess's would-be rescuers. Oboro? Why? Why did you follow me? Oboro's disciple ran away, Captain. Yes, fled with her tail between her legs. These so-called shinobi were never a match for me. And the new order will follow me, right from my attention, and beg for my teachings. Yes, yes, yes. See, Princess? I paid for waiting with cold hard coin, and you got yourself 2 rat-eared ninjas. With what? Promises. Ha! You get what you pay for. What's this? It's the Iron Orchid Wilton. You lost your baubles, you lost your bodyguards, and failed your people. How's it feel, eh? No! Death screams. Bitch. You? No. No, no, you're not supposed to be here. Get away, leave. Cecila? Akagi? Tell me, Princess, how does it feel knowing you're not alone? You need not despair, Princess. Here are 2 who still serve in your name. Please, trust to them. Save me. Cecila, I order you to defeat these dogs! You have your duty, Cecila. Cecila, you must win! Alright. I expect that, yes, but not impossible. The system's cowardly. Dogs no match for me. Bitch. That's... Oh, I'm not even targeting the binds. There we go. Force my hand. Let it be on your head. As much as something. Cecila, you know what needs to be done. No, you'll regret this. Yes, yes. No. No, this is not worth it. My war is not with my life. No! What? Mutiny, is it? I'll have your head right away. Your head! Oh, she's dead. Lie, you're a waste of skin. I'll do it myself. Why? Gods, he was your ally. May you find peace, Redway. Rosalind, your own shinobi. Why? A hired Sorgan that can't do his job don't deserve to be hired no more, does he? You should have trusted his blade. The hell's with you. Sus will show you what a true shinobi is. Bitch. Princess, thank the heavens you're safe. And what about you? Are you hurt? We could treat treatment upon return to town. Setsula, I was lucky to have a shinobi like you in my service. For all my skill, I couldn't have done this alone. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. The treasures of the Yatsurugi clan are mine. Their sale bit will buy tools for farming and storehouses for our grain. With hard work, our lands will prosper. You have our thanks as well, shinobi. The princess is the standard we rally to, the beacon that will lead us to rescuing and restoring our nation. These are not words to express our gratitude. There are no words to express our gratitude for defending her. Well, I hope now our lands will be free of winter. May the snows melt in the spring sun and deliver us from our cold, parched lives. Come, my friends, let's go home and rebuild. You completed your mission, Setsula, and saved the country and her people. Remember this moment, to look back upon with pride in your heart. Well, I think we must away. A storehouse awaits, as do long meditations on today's events. Okay, well, that was exciting. Lots of people doing ninja lately. Hello, lad. That was a promising first mission, Setsula. Only one most skilled in our art could have earned Princess Yuki's trust as you did. But for now, the time for excitement has passed. I am looking forward to a quiet meditation. Abaro? Abaro? So this is where you vanished to. What are you doing here? Princess? I had not started homewards. I had something to tell you before I left. I plan to send a formal note of thanks for the duties you performed in my name from the Yatsurugi clan to your village. Your people and mine both must rebuild. I thought a letter might spark our friendship, but I'm unsure of your customs. Should I just address it to your village elders? Yes, that would be perfect. The village would welcome your friendship, Princess. Thank you for... Wait, to the village elders? Alright, shall be done. Thank you, Oboro. I look forward to meeting you again, Setsula. Huh? No! The villagers think... Oh no. That's right. No! The elders think I stayed in Eorzea to treat my wounds. They find out I've been running about on new missions. I have to catch her? Curses, why she have to be so fast? Princess, wait! Poor guy. Well, sorry, guy. Unfortunate for you. All right. Oops. That's the level 50 through 60 quests. So now we got to do other stuff, other stuffs. Ninja. Stormblood! Alright. Hey, guy. So. Last in the lack. Whatever am I to do? What's going on? Setsula. As a shinobi, I'm loath to admit this, but I did not see you come in. Truth be told, I have been somewhat distracted of late. Princess Yuki, it would seem, sent a letter to my village praising us for our efforts on our behalf, thus revealing my story of an injury preventing me from making the journey home for the ruse that it was. But my shame is not that I have been summoned back to the village, but rather quite the opposite. Despite knowing that I am hale and hearty, my elders seem to be in no particular hurry to welcome me back into the fold. Should the time come when we have need of you in Doma, we shall summon for you. Until then, you are to remain at your post and do all in your power to aid our countrymen in Eorzea. Such were their words. Is this how far I have fallen? Am I as a falcon bereft of its claws, a dull blade tossed to the wayside of its masters? For all I know, I've been all but exiled to this place. I'm sorry, Cecila. Heaven knows that you did not come here to listen to my griping. On a brighter note, I just received word from Captain Jacques. It would seem some Easterners are causing something of a stir. I suppose I should be grateful that someone still has needs of my services. Anyhow, it would seem that Kami have led you to here at the most opportune time. Would you care to accompany me? I thank you, my friend. Let's make for Limsa Lominsa and see what our friends at the Rogues Guild will ask of us. Alright. I'm sorry, buddy, but the truth was about to be exposed eventually. Well, that must be the ruby weapon barding. That's actually kind of cool, but eh. Alright, Lawnward, let me in. Oh, if it ain't the dimberest damber of them all. I trust you've been keeping your stabber sharpened. What with you and a burrow on the job, I reckon it'll all be bob before the lightman's comes rounds. Here's where we stand. One of me little birds in the Kraken's arms came chirping to me a story about some Domans who I reckon are breaking one code or another. Seem they, the Krakens that is, were out snilching the eastern seas when they grabbed a vessel flying guardian colors, as they were wont to do. But then came the rub. The crew claimed to be Doman, you see, and upon whittling their captor's identity, they changed tack, begging for asylum on Iorzian shores and offering the entirety of their cargo in full in return for safe passage. Calling a B'nai Cove for a fool, the Kraken captain took the self-styled Domans up on their offer. Stealing the eastern treasures and the Easterners themselves away in the hold, they set sail for Limsa. But after pulling into port, a funny thing happened. No sooner had the Krakens dropped anchor than the refugees put on their best beater cases and skulked off into the dead of Darkmans, leaving all their treasures behind. All their treasures save one, a scroll of sorts that had been hiding in a corner, all inconspicuous like. Carvalane reckons that these Doan refugees have played us for some rum fun, and they're off selling the scroll on the black markets for good blunt even as we speak. I see. So you would have us recover the scroll in question and bring the thieving Domans to justice. I'm honored to lend what aid I can, and yet I cannot help but wonder just what could it be that the scroll would make it so valuable to my countrymen. Well, we're not going to whittle the scrap just sitting here around here on our dawdles now, are we? Let's snilch town and see what the common coves and moors haven't seen. So that's the one you go and pay Eidolon a visit at the wench. If there's any rumors going around about any shifty Easterners, like as not that Mort would know. You do remember what to order, aye? Of course, a dimmer dammer like yourself would. Good luck out there, and keep your wattles open. We'll wait for you in Bulwark Hall when you're through. I don't remember what to order. You tell me if I remember? That was so long ago. I don't have the best memory, guy. I'm sorry to say this. Alright. Oh, maybe I'll recognize the option. Welcome to the Johnny Wench. What's your pleasure, miss? Oh, fuck. A chilled ale. Let's go for this one. Certainly, miss. Take a seat and I'll bring it straight to your... Change your mind? No, that's not it. A weak ale. Ah, you must be on here in business. Perhaps I could offer you something from our underground menu. Now, what's your fancy? Guess from the east, you say? Why, yes, I do believe we had some visitors not long ago matching that description. They left shortly before you arrived. I make a habit of pricking my ears up to catch our patron's every whisper, but the party in question required little of such effort, while they were shouting of tales of riches and glory in a roar that could wake the dead. Said they were on their way to Wineport to make the transaction of a lifetime, though they weren't keen on going into detail. Just between us, I wouldn't be surprised if there was something less than savory about their business. Speaking of savory, can I interest you in our seafood stew? Alright. I'll hold on the stew, but thanks. Maybe later. So our lads are headed to Wineport, eh? Been any work, Cecila? Remind me to slip Itolan some extra blunt next time we stop by the wench for libations. That said, something doesn't sit right with me. Cackling their plans for every drunkard and tavern wench to hear? I reckon our friends might be looking to amuse us, if you whittle my gist. Keep your eyes open and your stabbers sharp, mates. This seems fishy. Well, there's a bleeding surprise. The code-breaking curs have already bit the blow and hopped a twig. The caravan's worth of bingo in tow. Or it is they were last seen beating the path for Bloodshore. But what could they mean to... Wait a bleeding moment. Well, if the grog's not meant for selling, but keeping their throats wet on a long voyage, I reckon our lads are trying to smuggle the scroll home. There's no time to lose. Let's brush off our beater's case and make for the Bloodshore all quick-like. Burrow and I'll snow to the north side. Cecily, you take the south. We have to catch these curs before they slip or from our doddles for good. Alright. Gotta go to Costa del Sol. Be easier if I just teleport there and... You! You just had to poke your nose in our business, eh? Guess you leave us no choice. I'm not scared of you. Alright. What about over here? What's going on here? Any luck? Let me guess, he came upon a couple of rough-looking coves. These coves came waving their stabbers in my face before I can wedge in a word. I reckon 'twas the same for you. The scroll is nowhere to be seen, nor is anything resembling a ship. If I did not know better, I would say they were a simple group of ruffians enjoying their ill-gotten grog. The dim one sees, but does he truly see? No, these unfortunate men were but pawns in a grand scheme, as disposable as the bottles now litter the shore. Huh. It's that black marketeer we saw. Meanwhile, your true core is boarded a trader and sails for Kugane, even as we speak, under the auspices of East Aldenar Trading Company, no less. So cunning a scheme, I wish I'd thought of it myself. Or did I? How do you know all... Bugger me, you're the cove from House of Sticks. No, he's not. He's Karasu! Karasu Redbeak? Childhood friends turned bitter enemies, then friends once more, reunited after far too long. Our hero returns and the audience swoons. Oh, what a joyous day. Or is it? I'll say this much, dim one. For once, you managed to surprise me. To think that the oh-so-serious Aburo would lie to his elders to avoid having to make the journey home, only to find he wasn't welcome to begin with. Oh, the irony of it all. You know, if you're preening and prattling, Karasu, I want answers. How did you know we were here? Just what is your connection to the thieves we pursue? Haha, you mean the thieves who already eluded your clumsy grasp? Just as I am about to do? I fear that is a story for another day. Bah! Ever the slippery bird, that one. That Dap Rook's an acquaintance of yours. That's news to Jacques waddles. Meanwhile, we've got our work cut out for us if we still want to grapple with that scroll. Is there anywhere we can have a few wids? You know, secret-like? Say no more, Captain Jacques. As luck would have it, our base of operations is but a short walk from these parts. Cessa, pray join us at the storehouse. Short walk, huh? I mean, it's not that short of a walk. Maybe if you had a flying mount, sure. Karasu Redbeak. Of all the place I thought our search might lead us, and never in my wildest dreams did I think it would lead us to him. Come square with me, Aburo. Just who is this Karasu Cove? Can we trust him, or is he like as not the trick stick of stabbers in our back the moment we turn the blind eye? No! I mean, yes. I mean, he's neither or both? Perhaps I should say, it's complicated. Judging from your reaction, it sure seems as much. Anyway, if our men have set sail for Hengashi, I reckon we've no choice but to do the same. I wasn't exactly preparing for a long voyage, but damned if I'll leave this job half done. That said, shame as I am to admit it, this will Jacques' first journey to the Far East. I won't know Kugane from a rum doxy's arse, and I don't know a rogue what can do his work without knowing the lay of the land. Worry not, Captain Jacques. I have traveled there on many an occasion to procure the tools of my trade from the finest Hingan artisans. It would be my pleasure to serve as your guide. Your presence will be most heartening as well, Cessla. Kugane is a city where anything can happen, and there's no telling what dangers await us there. I'll agree with that, but mind you, Cessla, Cessla is a right busy mort. What say we do it this way? Aburo and I will go ahead, and we'll send for you once we've snilched out the place and worked out our next plan of action. A reasonable plan, Captain Jacques. In that case, Cessla, pray check in at the storehouse from time to time. I'll send word to Yomi when we require your services. In the meantime, may the comic guide you on your training. Alright. Hello, Yomi. Were you always standing here? Now, Cecil, I have a letter from you from Master Aburo. It would appear that his investigation in Kugane has borne fruit. Here, see for yourself. Dear Cecila, I hope this letter finds you well. After a long and rather uneventful voyage, we have arrived safely in Kugane. Captain Jacques seems quite taken with Hingan culture and is enjoying the stroll in the pleasure quarters at this very moment. But forgive me, you're not interested in a diary of our travels. As to the matter of the scroll, rumors abound of a band of Doman Scowflaws have been causing a stir in town of late. Putting together the accounts we have heard, the good captain and I are convinced that these are the thieves we seek. That the word about town is that we believe these individuals are far more dangerous than we had imagined. I trust that you've been pursuing your ninjutsu training with your usual diligence. I apologize. Of course you have. In any event, we would have you join us at your earliest convenience. We'll be keeping an eye out for your arrival. Seek us in the alley behind the second pier at Pier Ferry Docks. Safe travels, friend. It's good to see Master Boro in good spirits once more. Ever since the elders commanded him to remain here in Aoraze, he's not been quite himself. After all, a shinobi without a duty to carry out is as a hawk with clipped wings. It's good to see Master Boro soaring high once more. Still, I worry. Though I have great respect for the man, he can often be too trusting for his own good. Pray go to his side, friend, and see that he does not go and get himself into undue trouble. May the Kami carry you safely across the sea. Or across the ethereal wave, because that's what I'm going to do. Fuck the sea, fuck the boats. There you are, buddy. Cecila, thank you for answering my call. Tsubame, too, has made the journey from the village to join us in retrieving the scroll. It's an honor to stand by your side again, Cecila. Master Boro will doubtless benefit from your presence, as he always does. It's been a while since we've seen a Tsubame. Likewise, I figured we could use a few more dimmer dammers in the job, so I sent for Underfoot and Stray. The ship should be pulling into harbor before long. In the meantime, allow me to share what we have learned. Reliable sources have it that the theft of the scroll is the work of the Garnet League, a notorious band of outlaws feared throughout Doma. When the Doman Rebellion was crushed 1 year ago, many a samurai fled the battlefield to escape the Empire's wrath. Dishonored and unable to return home, most turned to banditry to eke out a living. It is the most lethal of these warriors who formed the Garnet League, cutting down innocent men for their coin purses, plundering villages. The men and women of the Garnet will gladly stain their hands with blood as long as it means they will live to see the morrow. Why they covet that scroll, so I cannot say. What I do know is that if we do not stop them, they are all but certain to leave a trail of corpses in their wake. We must move, and quickly. Unfortunately, it should not prove hard to find. Confident in their ability to cut down anyone who dares oppose them, they would take little trouble to conceal themselves. On the contrary, they parade their garnet-hued kimono for all to see. You can distinguish them from the similarly garbed Sekisagumi by their lack of a hakama and their singularly uncouth demeanor. Let us split up and cover as much ground as we can. Cecil would entrust the Shiukaze hostelry and the Rakuza district to you. Keep the shadows and gather what knowledge you can. When we are done with the task, let us reconvene here. Alright. Let's see what we can find. Let's start here first. So, the outside or the inside? There are inside, okay. Alright. Aha. One day she has a sneaking into... Hey, why don't you mind your own bloody business? My friend here has a bit of temper. You'd be wise to leave him alone. Oh, good. The Garnet League men are not likely to divulge any secrets in the presence of strangers. Alright. Fine. I get what I gotta do. Alright. One day she has to sneak into a bleeding Imperial storehouse, and the next the Confederacy is chasing us halfway across the Ruby Sea. Zakuro could pay us twice in what she does and wouldn't be bloody worth it. Come now, you must admit that was quite a little adventure. Though it was fortunate that we came upon those Aorzean pirates when we did, and that they believed our little ruse. In the end, we made it here with our little prize, did we not? We simply took a slight detour. We didn't all make it, but we've forgotten those we left behind at Bloodshore. Cut down by our pursuers, no doubt. The poor bastards. Whose brilliant idea was it to go along with that masked man's plan anyway? If our brothers cannot fend for themselves, they have only themselves to blame. As for our mysterious benefactor, he let us here as promised, did he not? Now we need only wait for our client to show and deliver the goods, and we'll never need worry about them going hungry again. Speaking of which, how long does our man need to keep us waiting? I'm beginning to wonder if someone isn't playing all of us for fools. Now we are late for our delivery after all. Word has it that our client returned to Koshu when we did not show, and is now making the long journey back to Kugane. We owe him some patience, do we not? Alright. There you are. I swear, I just wanted to see what all the fuss is about. Barely put a finger on the thing, and the next thing I knew it, Sakura's blade was at my throat. I thought she was going to cut me down right on the spot. Put yourself in her shoes. They see our client as such a dangerous man. He's been known to kill those who renege on our agreements. If anything happened to the scroll, her life and ours would be as good as forfeit. You're saying she's as scared as us? Sakura Blood, who single-handedly cut down 100 Guardians in a day during the rebellion? Sakura Blightblood, who dyes her hair red with the blood of her foes? She cuts an imposing figure, this is true, but deep down she's actually quite the sensitive type. Sensitive? Don't make me laugh. Well, that was all very fascinating and interesting. It would seem we have everyone assembled. Excellent. Let's all share what we have learned. Let me see if this is right. So in short, the Garnet League lifted the scroll from a Garland storehouse at the bidding of an unknown Hengen client. They meant to sail straight from Yangxia to Kugane, but ran afoul of the Confederacy. Doubtless because they were too poor to pay the ruby tithe. In fleeing, they were then captured by the Krakens, so they claimed to be Doman refugees to seek an asylum. Upon arriving in Eorzea, they made off with the scroll and eventually found the same passage to Kugane. With Karasu's aid? That one's motives remain as inscrutable as ever, but I digress. Furthermore, they are led by one Sakura Brightblood, about whom no small number of tall tales are told. Regardless of their veracity, there can be no doubt that she is a formidable opponent. For my part, I heard that she is most protective of the scroll, and keeps it on her person at all times, night and day. I heard that Sakura and her fathers have rented a room at the Bokairo, an inn in town famous for its hot spring baths. Old Jacques managed to whittle that the cove is right fond of her flowing locks, and that she fancies herself a cup of tea, making the trip from the inn to the tea house back at least thrice a day. That is most enlightening, Captain Jacques. Now we must find a way to get our chance on the scroll before Sakura's client arrives. But how? We could challenge her to a single combat, but the Sekisagumi would not look kindly on that. Besides, we're shinobi, are we not? Let's use stealth to our advantage. We simply need a plan. Oh, look who it is! They've arrived! Look out below! Underfoot's in the scene. Good to see you again, Sasla. Can't wait to notice the new tricks you've learned from your friends here. What's a Mork got to do to get herself some sushi? I'm bloody starved. And what's all those bleeding seagulls? I swear, if another one takes a shit on my hair, the seagulls still it'll be seagull stew for dinner. Wait, that's it. Keb, you're a bloody genius, and so am I reckon. Gather around and lend me your wildest friends. Old Jacques got a plan. First, we catch Sakura as she's beating her way from the inn to the tea house. Underfoot, Keb, Tsubame, you three will be in charge of causing a scene, stopping the more in her tracks. Meanwhile, Cecila, you make your way to the perch that topped the markets and drop some imitation seagull shit down from above. With what her precious locks all mucked up, the more it's sure to make for the hot springs. She can't very well bring the scroll into the water. So we just follow along, all stealthy-like, and heave it. For good measure, Aburo and I will head to the bathhouse and keep the girl occupied until Cecila has a scroll safe on her doddles. Most impressive plan, Captain Jacques, but I have one question. How do you propose the two of us to keep Zakuro occupied? Aburo, surely you remember our visit to Bronze Lake and the little show I put on for our pirate friend. It's all quite simple, really. I'm not certain I understand what you... Oh. On second thought, I'm not quite convinced this is the best course of action. Give yourself some credit, lad. Now, Cecila, you'll want to climb up the roof atop the Bakaira and make your way across the wire atop of the markets. Here, this white tie should do a suitable seagull shit impersonation. Once underfoot and the gang lures the girl into position, let her fly. Oh boy. This is quite the plan. Alright, lads and lasses, look sharp. We'll be back here once all bobs. Ah, great. I can see this is going out really well. So I go to the Bakairo. Pain! Oh, the pain! My poor girl, whatever is the matter? Anyone, find a healer! The girl needs help! What was that? What was? Yeah, bird shit! Oh, bloody brilliance! Thank you, kind sir, madam. But worry not. I'm not ill. You see, I simply haven't had a bite to eat all day. Huh. Is that all now? Fortunately, the Shiokaze hostelry is but a short walk away. I hear the sushi is positively to die for. Shall we? My hair! My beautiful hair! Back to the bathhouse, I suppose. Huh. Alright. I'm kind of curious to see what's going on over here. Where are these guys at? Huh. What beautiful locks you have! However do you keep them so smooth and silky? I've seen many a rum dog in my day, but ain't none compared to you, my lady. Truly, I don't mean to boast, but I do say my beauty is sung far and wide. Well, I mean, it works, I guess. Alright. Oh, good. This would be brilliant. Yeah. Let's search for it way the fuck up here, right behind them. That makes sense. Get the thing close. Alright. I got my scroll. Now, time to beat Neg out of here. All right. Well done, my friends. The operation was by any measure a rousing success. That said, I had not seen Sublime and the others. I do hope all is well. Now that was some fun. If I do say so myself, as for the cove, I wouldn't fret like as not Kevin Underfoot dragged her off to Yoffle on some Gugane's finer delicacies. Not that you're right, Captain Jacques. In the meantime, pray show me the scroll, Cecila. I'll see that just what it is that Sakuro's mysterious employer covets so. Why, this is... Are my eyes to be believed? The forbidden mudra of summoning! I'd half thought it was just a ghost story meant to strike fear in the hearts of shinobi who would stray from their path. Forbidden summoning? I wouldn't know a mudra from my own grandmom, but that sounds right dangersome. It is indeed, Captain Jacques. The legends say that if the summoner's focus wanes for even a moment, the monstrous beast called forth by this mudra will not hesitate to devour him whole. Many years ago, it was gifted from our village to the King of Doma, then sealed away, to be used only in the most dire of circumstances. But it was lost in the chaos of the Guardian's invasion, and it was never seen again. So it's been sleeping in an Imperial vault all these years. So even with this bleeding, all-powerful summoner here at their fingertips, the Domans still couldn't hold off the Empire? Guess it wasn't all that was cracked up to be, eh? On the contrary, we never had the chance to find out. Master Kakai, who led the shinobi, deemed the risk too great and refused to employ it, even as our nation fell. Whether Master Kakai applauded his betrayal even then, or whether he had our countrymen's best interests at heart, I cannot say, though I would like to believe the latter. Nonetheless, it is clear that none in Garlemald knew of the scroll's true power, and so it sat untouched until it was stolen by the Garnet League, at the bidding of some unknown master. But aside from my fellow shinobi, who out there would know the scroll's true power, it matters little now. We have the scroll, and I must return to its rightful home in my village. Afraid I can't let you do that, my friend. I promised the Krakens I'd bring the scroll back for them, and I'll not have it said that Jacques ain't a man of his wits. After all, the scroll's been missing from your village for 20-odd summers now. Clearly no one's suffered much. That's hardly issued, Captain Jacques. The scroll's an ancient treasure. It belongs to Doma. It belongs to those who found it, and that's the Krakens. God, if he ain't a stubborn bastard. Gentlemen, must you make such a scene? After all, strictly speaking, the scroll belongs to neither of you. This guy. Karasu, wherever did you... But never mind. Thank you for guiding us here. I mean, rest assured that the scroll is safely returned to Doma. You have my gratitude. Oh, Boro, my dear, sweet, deluded Boro. You grow ever dimmer by the day. Do you truly believe that I do what I can't do for you? I did say that I was pulling all the strings in this little puppet play, did I not? Very well, allow me to put it into words even you can understand. The scroll belongs to Hingashi, to the master I now serve. My mistake was entrusting to Sakura and her lackeys what I should have seen to myself from the very start. Oh well, live and learn, I suppose. In any event, allow me to propose a simple transaction. You hand over the scroll and I return your friends to you with their heads still attached to their bodies. Fair trade, no? Karasu, you craven! On second thought, oh yes, I do believe we could have even more fun. Keep your eyes and ears out, dim one. You'll be hearing from me again soon. Curse it all! Here I believe the man had turned over a new leaf after leaving Kakai. But no, it would seem he has simply found another villain to serve. Once a root, always a root, I reckon. And a sharp one at that. Underfoot and Astray aren't the types to get boned so easily. As long as we have the scroll, Karasu is not like to cause our friends any harm. Yet he is as unpredictable an adversary as they come. We must proceed with caution. Forgive me, Cecil, it would mean much to me if you remain in Kugane until our work here is through. Pray continue to train your ninjutsu, and I shall call upon you again when the time is right. That was quite the mission. That was just one mission. Lord. It's good to see you, Cecila. I have heard nothing from Karasu since last we met. It would seem we have no choice but to take matters into our own hand. And yet, in our current state, we are outmanned. In hopes of bolstering our ranks, I reached out to the Princess Yuki, pride of the Yatsurugi clan. Her skills and knowledge of these lands would surely avail us in our effort, I thought. I'm pleased to say that she was more than happy to lend her aid. Doubtless no small part of your own efforts on her behalf. Judging from her words, she is quite eager to prove herself. Perhaps a bit over-eager. I would ask you to keep an eye on her, lest she go running off into some sort of trouble. Which mayhaps she already has, as she should have arrived hours ago. Perhaps she has simply gotten lost in the way or stopped off for sushi and tea? Might the two of you be so kind as to search for her in my stead? Captain Jacques, see if she's not in the Rakuza district, and Cecil, pray search the markets of Kogain and Dori. I'll remain here in case she has simply been delayed in her journey. Alright, what kind of trouble is this last getting into now? Where you at? Lady? Are you in the back streets? There you are. What are you doing over here? Setsuo, what are you doing here in Kugane? Not that I'm complaining, of course. I'm always happy to see the shinobi who helped bring prosperity back to my homelands. Yes, thanks to you, my people are doing wonderfully. The only downside of it is now I have to be a proper princess again. Akagi, he is my personal bodyguard now, you see, was none too happy when I told him to be heading to Kugane. In fact... Yuki! Princess Yuki, come back at once! Oh, hells, he's on to me. I just have to help you, Noboru, in return for everything you did for me. Surely you understand, Cecila. Can you go find Akagi and tell him that I don't know, I hopped on a ship to Aozi or something? Huh. Whoa, my guy! Cecila, fancy meeting you here. You're an awfully long way from home, eh? Speaking of which, you haven't by chance seen Her Highness anywhere, have you? I caught her sneaking out of the council and followed her here to Kugane, but I seem to have lost her. You see, she went to Eorzea. Eorzea, you say? God's what's this girl thinking? If anything happened to her, I'd never hear. There's no time to lose. To the docks! Princess Yuki, wait for me! Princess Yuki! My guy! You remind me of somebody. Thank you, Cecila, and pray forgive me for asking to lie on my behalf. I had a half a mind to tell Akagi the truth, but then he might have offered to help, Kami forbid. Man means well, but I fear that we may face the most dangerous foe, and I simply don't have the heart to place Akagi in danger. You understand, don't you? In any event, I do believe we've kept the bar long enough. Poor guy. I should probably put the image up because people are starting to chat. Thank you for leading Her Highness here, Cessla. Princess Yuki, thank you for making the journey to Kugane. Before we proceed, I'll hear all of you might have known of recent events in Hingashi. As you doubtless know, though Hingashi appears to outsiders to be a level land of peace, beneath the surface, rival warlords are ever scheming to undermine each other's power. In that sense, it is entirely within the realm of possibility that one of them has employed a shinobi to gain a hidden advantage over his foes. But this is merely speculation. Try as I might, I was unable to uncover any tangible evidence as to who might be behind these recent events. I see. Thank you, Princess, and so it remains a mystery. What foul master does that treacherous crow serve? Now, dim one, is that any way to talk about a dear old friend? Karasu, you have some gall to call yourself my friend. What have you done with Tsubame and the others? But what's this? The dim one is joined by one new companion after the next. Our hero was wounded. Was his friendship not enough? Why are the geniuses of the world so misunderstood? Anyhow, I was hoping you'd ask. And as a matter of fact, I have just a present for you. It's a game I like to call Kill or Watch Your Friends Be Killed. Do you like the name? I thought of it myself just now. The rules are really quite simple. Your precious Swallow and your others are being held captive by the Garnet League on the Isle of Beko. You simply need to march in, cut down Zakuro and her men, and free your companions from their shackles. Succeed and not forget about the scroll, and you can all go marching happily back to Doma. Fail and I get the scroll, and Zakuro bathes in your blood tonight. Yeah, so there's something in it for everyone. I'll be watching from the shadows. Do try to keep me entertained, won't you? This guy's all over the place. Bah, this is villainy no bounds? I'm not keen on agreeing to those terms, but it doesn't seem we have much of a choice in the matter. If it's a fight he wants, it's a fight he'll get. Together we can take those garnet curs. What do you say, Cessla? Forgive me, my friends. If only I had been quicker to unravel Karasu's schemes, I would not have had to place you in danger like this. Still, it heartens me to know you stand with us. Same holds true for me, lass. While I'm not proud to let that root get the better of us, I feel a lot safer knowing a dammer like yourself is on our side. Let's get Underfoot and Keb out of there right quick, like. Ever since the elders told me my presence was not needed in the village, I have struggled to find meaning in my daily existence. For whom do I fight? For what greater purpose? Now I have an answer. It's for you, my friends. Actually, she ran off. You who have stood beside me in darkest times. You have shown me that there is no strength inside me that I had long forgotten. You who, sir? This is no time for prattle, lad, or have you noticed the princess has already hopped the twig? Don't stop your beater cases and let's move. Huh. The man speaks true. Yes, we must be strong both in body and mind if we really hold to prevail. To the Isle of Beko where our friends awaits. I didn't take the image off, I'm sorry. I didn't take the image off! That's in Ruby C, isn't it? Yes. It's by Tamamizu, actually. Alright. Alright. A little to my surprise, it would seem Karasu has alerted our foe to our presence. Let us proceed with caution. There's no telling what manner of treachery the crow has in store for us. Great. This will be fun. Let's keep the shadows for now. I would avoid any bloodshed that is not absolutely necessary. Oh boy, you're no fun at all. Can I cut just in one? I promise you won't pick and peep. Stow your blade, lass, lest we know our friends are safe. There's a lot of them. It's Keb. Quickly now, make sure these the sentries free from her ropes. Where'd you come from? I like how the guards don't even notice us. Thanks. You didn't bring a bite to the apple on, did you? The shadows again, friends. Master Underfoot must be around here somewhere. There's a lot of these guys around here. Lord. Something smells so familiar. That's sad to stay out of this fight. Oops, I lied. Blast it all. You pray for your treachery, Karasu. My friends, I'll handle these fellas. Keep the shadows. I like how they just ignore them. Stow it, Bora, before... Clean hells, there goes our cover. Forgive me, my friends. Finally, some action. Shit, I fucked it up. Is that all of them? I was just getting warmed up. Well, I suppose there's no point in hiding now. Good work, my friends. Our companions await us. Let's move quickly. Master Underfoot, quickly dispatch of the guards. Thank you kindly, friends. Those ropes stung something fierce. You got some courage, you got more courage and sense to come this far. If we fought on the same side, I could see myself getting to like you. But we serve another master, and he just so happens to be a demanding one. Don't give me that look. We've all got to make a living, and this is the best way we know now. Now draw your blades. Sakura will bathe in your lifeblood this night. How do wooden poles extend themselves? Alright. Hear me, men? Cut down the rascally stand. Be strong, friends. Sakura is a formidable opponent, but we must prevail. Took you bloody long enough. Curses! Beware across his coat and Taunt friends! Keep your distance from each other. I ain't afraid of you. I'm back. Did you miss me? Like a dagger in my back. Spread out, friends, and stay clear of the flames. Show the rats no mercy. We will bathe the hills of Becco in their blood. Get over here. Is the blood bathed in my own? They're all dead. What say you now? Blades are whirling through the air and blood and water in the fields. Shinobi fighting side by side, all for the sake of their dear friends. Could there be a more moving sight? Our heroes moved to tears. Or not. This man. But do not worry. As promised, I'll return your precious swallow with nary a feather out of place. Once you hand over the scroll, of course. What foolery is this, Karasu? We played your little game. We won. Did we not? Are you not a man of your word? Oh, my dear stupid Oboro, how dim can one man get? Didn't anyone ever tell you that our promises are meant to be broken? Especially mine. Now, hand over the scroll, and quickly now. I don't particularly enjoy killing my dear friends, but that's never stopped me before. Oboro! The scroll! You're a good dim one. Yes, I dare say you'd played your role to perfection. Fly away home, little swallow. You've had enough fun for the day. Ah! What's that? Where'd those come from? Incompetent fools, a lot of you. How long do you intend to keep me waiting for what is rightfully mine? Lord Hanzo, you couldn't have come at a better time. You'll be happy to know I have just what we've been looking for. Behold. Our hero has truly outdone himself this time. At long last, the ancient secrets of Hengen Ninjutsu will be his. Do tell me, Lord Hanzo, when will training begin? Lord Hanzo? Oh. Silence, whelp! The bastard get us to Sasuke the Shame deserved not but a quick death. Well, a brutal dome dogs who would call themselves shinobi. You stand before Hanzo the Hidden, 12th Lord of the Kage Kakushi clan, and you should consider yourself fortunate that it did not cut you down where you stand. And you, who would dare call your petty tricks ninjutsu, I spit in your ninjutsu. Your very existence brings dishonor to every true shinobi who has ever lived. Yes, those are my clan, the original and true practitioners of the arts. Be thankful I have more than important matters to tend to today. Enjoy what little remains of your miserable lives. Your time will come, and before you know it. What a dick! Forgive me, my friends. Try to give me a moment to take in what we just saw. I know, it's a lot to swallow. I do not know where to even start. Karasu killed off before our very eyes. The forbidden Mudra in the hands of this Hanzo who claims to hail from the clan who founded RR and who harbors a grudge against Master Sasuke, and in turn us, for reasons I can scarcely begin to understand. Though it may be a small comfort, we can take heart in one matter. In truth, the scroll Hanzo now holds is but one half of the whole. Alone, it is all but worthless. The other half is tucked away safely in our village, far from Hanzo's peering eye. It is a secret known only to the elders, entrusted to me by the old hermit before I took my leave. Is that so? I would appreciate it if someone could have shared that knowledge with me as well. The old hermit always did like you better, for some reason. Still, I do not expect this Hanzo to give up easily. Whatever the true nature of the grudge he holds against the founder of our village, it seems to be nigh border on obsession. Our adversary claims to hail from the Kage Kakushi clan. Princess Yuki, are you familiar with the name? If I remember right, the histories correctly... Why I might mess that up. If I remember the histories correctly, they achieved great renown for their exploits in battle during the Age of Strife. It is said that the single Kage Kakushi fought with the strength and skill of 1,000 lesser shinobi. Until one day when the vengeful warlord razed their village to the ground, slaughtering even wives and babes. The Kage Kakushi on the battlefield too disappeared one after the next, an inglorious end by any measure. If this Hanzo is truly a descendant of the clan, it would stand to reason that he would seek revenge against those who betrayed his ancestors. But how this is connected to Sasuke, I cannot say. But if there's one thing I know, it's that I'm not going to stand by while this Hanzo plunges our nation to another age of war. I'll return home and see if there's anything more knowledge of the Kage Kakushi to be had. Thank you, Princess. We're counting on you. For our part, we should return to Yangsha. Once Hanzo realizes that he only possesses half of the knowledge he seeks, he's likely to turn our eye to our village. We must warn the elders. If it's all the same, I reckon I'll join you. I'm not keen on showing my face to limbs until I've got the goods I came for my doddles. That said, someone needs to see to it that all Bob's back at home. Underfoot, Keb, can I count on you to keep things in order until I've seen to business here? Aye aye, Captain. Consider it done. Just hurry back, will ye? I'll make sure there's a Bismarck special with your name on it. Bugger me, this journey hasn't been one surprise after the next. And something tells me what the best is yet to come. You'll be joining us, won't you, Cecila? For old time's sake? Why not? I cannot thank you enough, friend. The journey to Yangsha is a long one. After we arrive, let us rest up in the village in Namai. My long-awaited homecoming for the first time since I left in pursuit of Karasu. Karasu. Have you truly left this world for good? Something tells me no. Alright, Namai it is. I gotta put that upstart shinobi in his place too. Tsubame and I will make the first turn to the village alone. Forgive me, but the elders are not like to smile on the sudden arrival of outsiders. We will report on all we saw in Hingashi and gather what wisdom we can. Pray wait for us here. We will return as soon as we are able. I don't ask for hero's welcome, but I suppose there's no putting it off any longer. Seems we're on our own for the time being. Reckon I can find some bene or bingo and a couple of rum doxies in this place. Just having a bit of an amuse what with this Hanzo on the prowl. Especially both keep our stabbers sharpened. Alright, shame, I wanted to see the village. Sesso got back not long ago. Moment something about this trip to the village was uneventful, then dragged his beater cases off somewhere or another, looking at the ground all the while. Jacques knows how to read a cove, and something tells me that the boy ain't right these days. Like he's carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders. You know the lad better than anyone. You reckon there's somewhere he'd run off to if he were looking for to clear his head? Is there a waterfall in these parts by any chance? A waterfall? Now that you mention it, I did hear sounds of running water when I went on a stroll the other day. I'm not quite sure how whittle ye, but that's where you think the lad is, like as not you're right. Let's go see if he can't ease his cares a bit. Look for the sounds of waterfalls! There you are. Hey, buddy. Cecil, I'd hoped to spend some time alone with my thoughts, but it's just as well. It grows cold and I would warm myself by a fire. Well, yeah, you're drenched in the water. You're soaked in from being in a waterfall. You know me all too well, Sasla. I suppose I should not be surprised. Well, you shocked the living wits out of me. I was expecting to find you in front of the waterfall, not in it. At first, I did just that, Captain Jacques. But when listening to the flowing water did not calm my horror as I hoped, I took the next logical course of action. I cannot explain it. When I returned to my village, fully expecting to be punished for my deception and chastised for my failure to perform my duty, instead I was greeted as a hero, the honorable shinobi who slew the villainous Karasu, traitor to our village and country. But it is all a lie. Master Kikai was the traitor, and were it not for Karasu putting aside the foul deeds he performed in service to his final master, my eyes would have been forever blind to the truth. That day, I promised Karasu I would keep the truth hidden and claim the glory and accolades in his stead. At the time, I thought nothing of it, but it's just too much. Perhaps the man deserved to die for his sins. It is not for me to judge. But does he deserve to go to the grave as a hated villain while I reap the fruits of deeds that I could scarcely call my own? You really are too serious for your own good, lad. Let old Jacques tell you a story. Once upon a time, well, maybe not so long ago, there was a Dimbermore by the name of Malala, captain of the Yellow Jackets, who was always more style than substance, if you whittle me. Long story short, Cecil and me did ourselves a good deed, but the lass took the credit for herself. Did a part of me resent it? Sure, I've got feelings as any other cove. But people in our business, including this Karasu Rook, I reckon, need people like her. People to stand in enlightenment as a claiming glory while we ply our trade in the dark. Malala might not have done the deed, but since then, they say she's a new woman, doing all she can to be the hero that people believe her to be. And not so many wids, I guess what I'm saying is, rather than clouting yourself in the knob about glory you feel you don't deserve, why not try to live up to the person your friends would have you be? Thank you, Captain Jacques. I must admit, I had never thought of it that way. Huh. Oh, poor forgive me. I readied the Falcon as requested, so I paid Master Kamui a visit. Allow me to explain, my friends. Since returning here, I have been searching the history of our village, in particular the life of our forefather, Master Sasuke, in hopes of better understanding our foe and the grudge that he bears. The tales say that Master Sasuke came to Doma on a mission so secret no records were ever left. Our elders too were at a loss. If any possessed knowledge of such ancient happenings, they said it'll be the old hermit. That is what we call Master Kamui, an elder who retired from his post long ago, and now spends his days in meditation at Plum Spring, pondering the meaning of existence to depths ordinary minds can scarce comprehend. Cecila, as my student, you too are heir to Master Sasuke's legacy. I would ask that you accompany me to Plum Spring, that together we may learn the truth about the father of our R. Will you do this? Sure. Excellent. Plum Spring is not far from here, but we cannot travel there by land. Tsubame was kind enough to summon the Falconer. Let's return to Namai. I'm no shinobi, and I wouldn't know the Sasuke from a hole in the ground, but I'm coming with you. If for no other reason than I'm dying for a change of scenery. Why not? This place is actually pretty nice. Honestly, I probably wouldn't get tired of this. Might get old after a while, but... Master Kamui rarely accepts visitors, but the elder has assured me that he awaits our arrival. They don't ask me why, but they say he's particularly interested in seeing you, Tsubame. In any event, Plum Springs is but a short and pleasant flight away. When you're ready to depart, please speak to the Falconer over there. Alright, where are we going? Oh, it's here. Hello, old man. This is the esteemed Master Kamui. I could scarcely wait to hear what words of enlightenment he would share with us. A thousand apologies for the intrusion, Master Kamui. It is I, Aboro. I have come seeking knowledge of Master Sasuke and the founding of our village. If it would not be an imposition, I pray share with us your great knowledge. Who? I don't know any Abo. I have my back. Everywhere I speak is a dagger at me. No, this won't do at all. I'll be needing my medicine. The usual, that is. Liver of a Yongshin tiger, horn of a rhino beetle, claw of a doman weasel. Yes, that always does a trick. Yes, I simply cannot carry on a conversation in such pain. So be on your way, boys. You stay here, my little swallow, and keep an old man company. For every wit, even being a dagger, and he sure likes his prattling. Aboro. Where have I heard the name before? Enlightenment, my arse! This old coot's a real piece of work. Aboro. Ah, yes, a dim little boy who could never quite match the wit and skills of his friend Karasu. Huh. Yes, that is I. It is my honor to bring you the medicine you seek, Master. Forgive me, friend, but it seems we have little choice but to indulge the Master. Between the three of us, it'll not prove too trying a task. Let's return to Namai. Oh, God. What am I? Freaking delivery service now? Playing errand boy for Master Kamui. What a splendid turn of events. In any event, let's split up and make short work of this. I'll hunt down the Yongshin tiger. Captain Jacques, probably see to the rhino beetle horn. So that's how I don't trust the Doman Weasel Claw to you. My apologies for troubling you with such a menial task, but I fear Master Kamui is nothing if not stubborn. In any event, let's return here when we have found what we seek. My God. Fucking old man! This is why I hate dealing with old people. Alright. Give me that claw. All right. Now, Cecil, I trust you're able to procure a weasel claw. Yes. Thank you, friend. I am pleased to report that Captain Jacques and I were also successful in our hunts. Let's return to Plum Spring and hope that Master Kamui is feeling more talkative. It's all the same to you, lads. I was standing here, thinking kindly. I'm not like us not to give that little coup clout in the knob, and I reckon your elders wouldn't take kindly to that. Yeah? Something like that. I can imagine. I can sympathize with them. What's going on here? Come now, my little swallow. It's the only path to true enlightenment. What's happening here? Master Kamui, you forget yourself. What? Is it just me or does Master Kamui seem rather spry, given his condition? No matter. Let's give the man what he asked for. Oh, my favorite medicine never fails to put a spring in an old man's step. But Master Kamui, we have not begun to boil the... Forgive me. What I mean to say is, it warms my heart to see you well. Oh, so, what's Sasuke's secret mission you wish to hear of, my boy? Let me see what I remember. It was oh so long ago. Once upon a time in Hingashi, in the time they called the Age of Strife, there lived a man named Hanzo. Hanzo the First, leader of the Kage clan. He crafted a summoning mudra of terrifying power. Many a warlord did covet this power, that they might yield it to unify the warring states under their rule. Hanzo would hear nothing of it. Time and again, he turned down prestigious posts and untold riches, declaring that this mudra would only be used in defense. He recorded his knowledge on a single scroll and sealed it away, far from the eyes of man. Sometime later, a vagabond came to Kage Kakushi. After the villagers nursed him back to health, he explained that he had fled across the sea from the land of Doma to escape the reign of a tyrant. So it was that Hanzo the First, who deeply by the traveler's story, called upon Sasuke, his most trusted protege, to carry the forbidden knowledge across the Ruby Sea and bring freedom to the people of Doma. Sasuke wielded the power but once, such was its power. In a matter of moments, the tyrant's army crumbled before its might, and the Doma people at last knew freedom. But Sasuke felt that his job was not yet done. He resolved to remain in Doma, and establish a village here, that he might train his new countrymen to carry on his legacy, and pass down this art ninjutsu to future generations. That is the untold story of our village's origins. As for the forbidden mudra by whose power Doma's freedom was won, who can say or why our ancestors feared it so. All that we know is that he was not content to merely seal the scroll away, but took his blade in hand, sliced it clean in two. One piece was presented as an offering to the king of Doma in celebration of the nation's newfound freedom. The other he sealed away in his village, our village, never again to see the light of day. I suspected as much. Master Sasuke wasn't a traitor or deserter, but a shinobi of honor. Even at the time, it was said that Hanzo the First told none other of Sasuke's true mission. Though unfortunate, it is little surprise that today, centuries later, his descendants see Sasuke as little more than a traitor who stole away with their greatest treasure and fled to a foreign land. Thank you, Master Kamui. This has proved more enlightening beyond my wildest hopes. Glad to hear it, boy, but don't think I'll take kindly to you interrupting my blissful enlightenment again. As for you, my little swallow, you're welcome to come back any time. Sorry to interrupt your lecherous prattle, but the princess here's got news to share, and I'm afraid it ain't of the good variety. Boy, we must do quickly. Our men in field report that the Kage clan musters its forces in full and means to march on Doma. No doubt Hanzo has figured out where the other half of the scroll lies. There's no time to lose. We must return at once and prepare to defend the village. Uh-oh. It's his bat! It's Karasu's trusty bat. Tsubame has gone to deliver the news to the elders. Meanwhile, Princess Yuki makes for Ruby Sea to look out for the Kage Kakushi's army's approach. We know not the size of our foe's army, nor the strength. Only that both are formidable and then some. Suffice to say, we will be tested as never before. In what time we have, I implore you to devote yourself to your training, as if our very lives depend on it, for surely they do. Oh boy. It's time, Sensula. The army of Kage Kakushi clan marches on Yangsha even as we speak. Princess Yuki keeps watch from afar, and she says the numbers are legion. We must gather our brothers and sisters of the village and make toward the Ruby Sea to meet them head on. There is one thing, however, that does not sit well with me. As Princess Yuki tells it, there is no sign of Lord Hanzo among their advancing army. Though we met only once, it does not strike me as a man who would stay home and let others fight his battles. He has surely plotted something, but what? Have any ideas, Sensula? He comes from the steppe. But of course, he means to circle around and cross over to Yansha by way of the Yazm steppe, catching us from behind. And yet our foe vastly outnumbers us. We simply cannot afford to spread out our forces thinner than we already are. If Hanzo means to sneak through the back door undetected, like as not, he comes alone. I will trust the defense of the steppe to you. Go in safety, friend, and may the kami smile on us today. Can't speak for you, but getting caught up between two squabbling ninja clans wasn't high on my to-do list. Still, we're on the ship together, so might as well see the voyage through the end. I reckon. If that Hanzo shows up, grapple his half of the scroll for me, will you? Good! One-on-one fight with him, huh? I don't know where I'm just gonna go to Reunion. Probably faster. Alright, where am I going? Gotta go way over there. Alright. And clans collide. Oh, look who it is. Pardon me, my girl. I seem to have lost my way. Could you show an old man to Plum Spring? Clearly you're not so stupid as your friends, but it is too late. The scroll is returned to the hand of its rightful owner, and everything proceeds according to my plan. As expected, Doma Ninjutsu was a sad sight to behold, where Sasuke Sari gets struggled to wield 3 Mudra, the Jonin of the Kage Kakushi clan command 4 with ease. Bunshin no Jutsu, so we call it in the Hengen tongue, mirrors and mirrors of mirrors. In a matter of moments, my loyal men appeared from afar to be legion. With all but a few abandoning the village to meet the challenge of my army, it was simple enough to put on the guise of the old man and walk out with what was rightfully mine. That is the difference between a true shinobi and the Domino Horse Sons who dishonor our name with their very existence. But the dishonor ends today. At long last, I shall wipe the earth, the sons of Sasuke the shamed, the thief who stole my great ancestors' knowledge and consign our proud clan to ruin. I should not waste my time with the false shinobi such as you, and yet there is a sharpness, an edge in your technique that your Domino friends lack. Yes, you should make a fine test for my newfound powers. Oh boy. Come, great beast! Hanzo the Hidden, descendant of your first masters, bids you come. We need call. Ha! You fucked up the jutsu. What? What is the meaning of this? So fearsome, their floppy ears, terrifying. Their sharply protruding teeth. The audience gasps in horror. You! I killed you! I thought you were sharper than that, my friend. There's some resemblance around the eyes, I'll admit, but the real me is so much more handsome. The lordling is dumbfounded, so stubbornly proud was he of this precious fourth mudra. Never in a million years did it occur to him that my master Kakai had mastered the same technique. A technique he imparted to me. Oh, and if those lovely little creatures stumping about you didn't give it away, that scroll in your hands is quite fake. I couldn't very well let a forbidden knowledge fall into the wrong hands, now could I? Though you only succeeded in killing my mirror, you did try to kill me. I really didn't appreciate that. My poor little chick. You always end up doing the dirty work, don't you? But worry not, for this time at your side stands not a Boro the Dim or some two-guile rogues, but the most stylishly lethal shinobi this realm has ever seen. Let's say we cut this self-important sop down to size. You dare mock me? Every breath brings shame toward the ancestors of my art. My ancestors! You will pay for your current insolence. Come! I'm not afraid of you. Let the show begin, and it won't be a happy one. I did not mean to do that. Oh, cool. You cannot strike what you cannot see. But it's about striking something I can't see. I can see that clearly. Whoa. Yeah. You turn into a tiger. I'm not afraid of your might. I know that trick. Just die already, you unworthy mongrels. Sorry, I can't do that. Oh, he got bigger. Am I supposed to be afraid of your bigger size? What is this supposed to do? No, cannot fail to the likes of you. No, that wasn't very smart. Huh. I just spoke in his forehead. You've come far, my little chick. I dare say you could teach the dim one a lesson or two. Spare her bore the details. I have a reputation to uphold, after all, but it was rather exhilarating to fight on the same side for once. We really should do it again sometime. Till we meet again, right? XIV hero, stage right. Really? Damn Adobe Creative Cloud. Are you finished updating now? What's this you say? Karasi still lives? It's not done updating. What is this thing doing? It's very laggy. And I'm sorry if it's laggy. I don't know why it's that. Because the freaking Adobe is updating. I think it's settled down. I knew the slippery bird had another trick up his sleeve. All's well that ends well, eh? Seems that Karasu fellow was a right Bene Cove after all. I reckon you're lucky to have a friend like him. Lucky? For all the trouble he put us through, I would soon have 1,000 arch enemies. You'll be pleased to know we made short work of the Kagekakuchi army. As soon as we realized they were mostly smoke and mirrors, we weren't long before we milled what was left of them. We couldn't have done without you, Cecila. You're a savior of our village. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And we can rest easy knowing that half the Forbidden Scroll is safely back in our hands. But if the half Karasu gave to Hanzo the Albeco was a fake, that means... Curse it all, that confounded crow? My duty is clear. I must pursue Karasu and recover the scroll. Sabame, pray till the elders are returned to Erosir for the foreseeable future. Do not mention Krause's name. Remember, the official story is that the traitor is long since dead. Do not worry, Baro. I'll see the elders leave you alone, as I always do. Sharp enough bit, haven't we, lad? Now, if you don't mind, I'll be taking the false scroll back to Limsa. Even if that Hanzo couldn't whittle the difference, old Caroline and the Krakens are like to know any Benar. Cecila, Oboro, it was my honor to lend my blade to your cause. I wish I could have cut down a few more of Hanzo's henchmen, but oh well, I suppose one can have it all. Now I must return to... Hell's a forgotten Akagi! The poor fool is probably tearing the realm upside down looking for me. Must be our friends. The more it keeps her on her you on your toes, I'll give her that. And with that, I best be moving my dude Peters as well. Then I too shall take my leave. My friends, it was an honor to fight by your side. So if you're not in any hurry to return to your adventures, I would have a word with you. Pray meet me at the storehouse upon your return to La Nocia. What an adventure! Alright. Alright. Let's wrap this up. Cecil, thank you for coming. I've been reflecting on recent events and contemplating what it means to walk the path of a shinobi. I know you to be contemplative sort as well, and I would share with you my thoughts. When I first came to Eorzea, I thought only of fulfilling the duty entrusted to me by my elders. It would be no exaggeration to say that it was my soul's purpose in life. Meeting you, learn the truth of Master Kakai from Karasu. These experiences changed me. In the end, I forsook my duty in favor of following my own heart. I faced my old master in combat and slew him for his treachery. And after that, I remained here in Eorzea to follow my own sense of duty. But even though I believed in the path I had chosen, in my heart of hearts, part of me wasn't sure. It's my true home, not my village. It's my true duty, not to the brothers and sisters I left behind. I have pondered time and again the story of Master Sasuke as told by the old hermit, and at long last, it is clear to me. Master Sasuke could have returned home after freeing the people of Doma from the tyrant's reign. In fact, one could say it was his duty to do so. Instead, he chose to remain there and founded the village where I was raised. This was not his duty, at the very least, not a duty tasked to him by his masters, Hanzo the First, but rather a cause he took up for his own accord. In this sense, I cannot blame the descendants of the Kagekushi from viewing him as a little more than a dishonorable renegade worthy of scorn. Nevertheless, Master Sasuke was willing to forsake his legacy and the recognition of his people to follow a path he truly believed in. I have no intention of abandoning my village entirely, but I too would follow my ancestors' footsteps, in my own humble way. My first mission that I had given myself was track down Karasu and bring the stolen scroll back to the village where it belongs. He is ever an elusive bird, and the task will not be easy, but I welcome the challenge. But forgive me, Cecil, I have rambled on enough. You have proven yourself to be a true shinobi, and more than that, a true friend. I look forward to the day when we stand together once more. Alright! Sweet! Oops. I used an ability that I shouldn't have learned yet in that fight. Oh well. Alright, and that is the end of the levels 60 through 70 job quests. So once I'm level 80, we will continue and wrap up Ninja. Alright, we are level 80, so let's wrap up Ninja. Aboro, my buddy, what's going on? Oh, he's chilling out in the hot spring. You thought you'd evaded me for good, did you? We'll see who has the last laugh. Cecil? By the common, don't sneak up on me like that. I didn't sneak up on you. I was right in front of you. That is, of course, I felt your presence. Yeah, so simply deep in thought, that is all. Of course you were. But I dare say for good reason. For you see, I have finally tracked down that elusive bird and I'm ready to seize him by the wings and take back what is mine. I speak, of course, of that blasted Karasu. Ever since he escaped with half of the forbidden scroll, I have not let up the search for a moment. Today, at last, I have found him. Truly, this is the reason to rejoice, would you not agree? And yet, the act of stealing the scroll back will not prove so simple. Which is why your arrival is just truly a gift from the heavens. It will aid me in the task, will it not? It will be just like old times. Sure. Once again, I owe you my gratitude. Now let's get down to brass tacks, as Jacques would say. My shinobi have ascertained that Karasu has once again returned to Eorzean shores to ply his trade, such as it is, in the shadows of the black markets. Furthermore, they say she has taken up residence in secret at a secluded grove in the Lanusia known as the Hermit's Hovel. You know the place, yes? Let's meet up there, and I will share with you the ingenious details of my plan. I'll go on ahead on my own. We don't want to attract attention after all. Alright. Whatever you say, guy. Whatever you say. Oh boy, this guy's a trip. Something tells me we're not gonna get the scroll back. But, you never know. Let's go find out. Borrow, buddy. What's the plan? I thank you for coming, Cecila. Now, without further ado, let me explain precisely how I intend to recover the scroll from Karasu's clutches. My colleagues and I have been observing the man closely for a fortnight or so, and though one would assume otherwise, he is actually a man of a remarkably consistent routine. Yeah, he carries the scroll in a case that never leaves his side, save that is for when he goes for his daily bath, at precisely the same hour each day. I had in mind to lift the scroll from his possessions while he was otherwise occupied, much as we did with Zakuro that one time at Kugane. But would you believe it? Almost as if by magic, no sooner has he entered the baths than he is out again, scroll aside, from fully dressed in that garish garb of his. This is where you come in. Worry not, this will not involve any high-wire walking or elaborate disguises. I simply intend to invite the man to share a drink, and thereby delay his departure. In the meantime, you are to sneak into the bathhouse and steal away with the scroll. Ingeniously plotted, would you not say? I need only have lulled Karasu into a false sense of security with my impeccable acting skills, and the scroll is as good as ours. What could go wrong? I can think of a lot of things, actually. So, let us put the plan in action. Let us make for the hovel. Separately, of course. Find yourself suitable cover and wait for me to lure the crow away. We shall meet again here once you have safely recovered the scroll. Something tells me things aren't going to go quite as planned. Oh, what's this? Our hero arrives for a relaxing soak in his favorite spring, only to be stared down by his self-styled rival and realm-renowned oaf, Boro the Dim. Have you not yet had your failure of being outwitted and embarrassed by your betters? Spare me the bombast and bluster, Karasu. I stand before you today with an offer of peace. We are countrymen, and there was once a time we would call each other friend. Has our conflict not persisted long enough? So let us lay down our weapons for a day. Let us soak in these soothing waters, reminisce about times gone by, and see if we cannot put our petty differences behind us. Why, I've even bought a bottle of Hinkin rice wine for the occasion. Astonishing! Incredible! Has the dim one lost his wits? Does he believe that a few flowery words are enough to pull the wool over the crow's keen eyes while he steals away with the scroll? The audience gasps at the sheer audacity. Believe me or do not, the choice is yours, but this I swear, I have no interest in seeing the two halves of that accursed scroll reunited. On the contrary, with one half safely sealed away in our village, and the other in the hands of the realm's most elusive ninja, the forbidden mudge will never be wielded again, and I would have it no other way. Furthermore, I have recently found enlightenment of a sort. At long last, I have realized that your skill of ninjutsu far exceeds my own. Even had I once desired to steal the scroll back from you, I am now painfully aware that doing so is entirely beyond my abilities. Oh, well, call me impressed. Or call me surprised. The boy has actually grown half a brain since last we met. But aren't you actually being a bit naive, Boro? After all, what's to stop me from simply returning to our village effortlessly, incapacitating our elders, and seizing the other half of the scroll for myself? I know you too well, Karasu. It is not power that you crave, but freedom. You have worked too long, too hard to cast off the shackles of our village to risk losing it all over a single scroll. The audience gasps! Why, I do believe that's the single most intelligent utterance that's ever escaped the dim one's lips. Very well then, I'm feeling generous today, so I do believe I'll entertain your offers, though for your sake I do hope that the rice wine you brought is a good vintage. simply cannot abide poor tasting beverages, you see. It's actually working. I'm actually shocked. Alright. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna explore the place. I found the scroll! Mastering Domain Mahjong. That's not what I'm looking for. Burroughs found a scroll. It's titled Burroughs' dullest and most dim-witted moments. Okay. Wandering Minstrel's greatest mysteries revealed. Oh. What's about here? I'll check up there in a minute. Big ears and bushy tails on the breeding and rearing of rabbits. So pretty much if this is before he had flights. Alright. Don't mind me. Something tells me this isn't the scroll that we're looking for. Uh-oh, there's a hunt. It's a hunt monster. Tornu. Ooh. A returned friend with the scroll safely in her grasp, no doubt, lets me examine it that might ascertain its authenticity. Something tells me this is not the scroll. Yes, there can be no doubting it. This is indeed the forbidden bunch I sought. After all these years, finally I've outwitted that accursed crow. And yet, we must be wary. No doubt Karasu has already realized that something is amiss. Let's reconvene at the storehouse before he can pick up our trail. I'm sure he knows where your storehouse is, good sir. I don't think it's gonna do you any good. Alright, well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's the scroll that we're looking for. Who knows, bro? Maybe you finally outwitted him. Welcome back, Cecil. Do forgive me if I am a bit giddy. I still cannot quite believe that I outwitted Karasu for once. My plans have a habit of firing back, as they say. Why, you should have seen him. So convincing was my act that by the time we were through, he was stumbling and slurring his words so much that you'd think he'd drown the whole bathtub's worth of rice wine. God's piss, lad. Shut your glob. Every cove and more from moms can hear you blabbing. Oh, hello, buddy. Captain Jacques, and a pleasure as always. Do forgive my outburst. I was merely celebrating that with our mutual friend here was a remarkable triumph over that accursed Karasu. Hello there, Cecil. Always a pleasure to see a dimmer damper like yourself back in town. I trust your stabbers haven't dulled on since we last met. Anyway, between this reunion and a Burroughs hard-won victory, I reckon we've got a cause to celebrate. Let's say we drag our dew beers back to town and yaffle ourselves a bite at the Bismarck. A splendid idea, my friend. Why, I would enjoy nothing more than to share this joyous moment with my boon companions. To the Bismarck, then, and the first round is on me. That's the spirit. I'll send ahead for Underfoot and Stray. The more the better. The Benar, after all. It's been too long since we had a right little rogue family reunion. An upstanding fellow as ever, that Captain Jacques. But it is somewhat bittersweet, is it not? Now that I'm long-standing pursuit with Karasu has come to a close, I found myself in search of a new mission. a new purpose in my life, as it were. I have no intention of returning to the cramped confines of my village, and yet I am uncertain where my abilities might best avail the people of this realm. Pray tell, what sort of adventures have you been occupying yourself with of late? I traveled to the first. I did battle with the Great Hunter. I traveled to the first. What's this you say? There exist worlds out there other than our own? If you're having to jest at a world's expense, old friend, let it be known I do not find it amusing. But no, I can tell that you say this in earnest. Consider me intrigued, though. Forgive me if I'm not in a hurry to seek out a means to travel there. No, I'll bide my time here and at yours and carefully ponder my future. At any rate, we must keep Jacques and Nina's waiting, yes? I'll make for the Bismarck soon as I have attended my affairs here. Why don't you travel on ahead? Who knows, maybe he did get the scroll. Alright. It's a right feast! And just like that, the scroll was mine again. And so I say, who is the dim one now, you damn crow? Huh. Aye, you've told the tale thrice over already. Is the mutton here yet? I'm right banded, as I say. This guy's acting like Karasu. He's got the pose and everything. And I'll tell it over and over again, my good captain. After all, it's no small feat to triumph over Karasu. Quite possibly the most supremely skilled shinobi our village, our world has ever known. You can say that again. Wait, you already have. Uh-oh. My friends, be on your guard. That Aboro is a fake. I knew it. The pose says all. What in the... There's two of them. What nonsense is this? The sheer gall of this man. Clearly, if anyone is a fake, it is the madman standing in the middle of this fine establishment, stripped down to nothing but his undergarments. I don't know, Jacques. They both look right convincing to me. Come on, the pose. The one fully dressed. It's clearly him. I won't be so sure of that, Cecila. No, old Jacques reckons that one's too dimbered to be the real Oboro. Oh, fine then. I'm tired of this drab old disguise anyhow. Karasu! Does your villainy know no bounds? Villainy? You wound me, Oboro. That's why after I learned the art of illusion from that overstuffed lord what's-his-name, I simply thought I would put it to use to have a little fun. We did have fun, didn't we? I must say, Oboro, your friends are far more entertaining than you are. I dare say you could learn a thing or two from them. Well, I suppose all things must come to an end. Till we'll meet again. Farewell. I'll fuck a crow in the night. Don't be too hard on yourself, boy. Yes, all root. Anyhow, now that that's all Bob, I reckon it's time we took a few dew-beaters to the sisters. You come along too, Oboro. I'll get you something to cover yourself up a bit. Huh. I don't know if I picked the wrong answer for that. I wasn't really paying attention to the question. I thought... I thought I was asking who the fake one was. I think I might have picked the wrong, got the read the question wrong or something. Oh well. Look at this guy. Captain Jacques was kind enough to lend me some garb from his personal wardrobe. They were rather, how might I describe it? Sophisticated, stylish, dashing and delightful. I don't know about that. The shirt maybe, but not the tights. Not the tight pants. And definitely not that color. Did I tell you or did I tell you? Old Jacques got you looking better than ever before. Every rum doxing Limsa won't be taken won't be able to take her glazes off you. Well, that's one way of putting it. But probably not for the reason that he would want it. Nor can I, and not in a good way. She agrees. In any event, I owe you all, especially you, Cecil, an apology for this most unfortunate turn of events. I had thought my plan flawless, but unfortunately I had neglected to account for one thing. The possibility that Karasu's tolerance for Hengen wine could be considerably higher than my own. I cannot say for sure precisely what happened. All I know is that one moment we were engaged in a most delightful conversation, and the next I was lying on a cot in the hovel with nothing but my undergarments on me. Suspecting that something was amiss, I dashed back to the dock storehouse as quick as my legs could carry me, only to find neither you nor Karasu presence, and my personal wardrobe completely empty to boot. Ha! A dimmer dammer as always, that one. Getting you some new duds was one thing, but clawing that scroll back from Karasu is going to be on a whole another matter. Damn it all! But mark my words, that scoundrel will not get away from this villainy this time. No, I must return to the storehouse at once and drop a plan to retrieve that was rightfully mine. For all the lads winging, damned if he didn't actually seem pleased with this turn of events. Well, Cecil, I reckon you've got your adventures. You've got adventures you best be getting back to, eh? Just promise me you'll drop in on Oboro and lend him your doddles from time to time. He's a good lad, but he's got a habit of tripping over his own 2 dew beers, if you whittle me. Now you've got me sound like the boy's father. Anyhow, don't be a stranger here, and the sisters either. Gods know we can always use a dimmer dammer like yourself. I agree. Alright, and that is the end of the levels 50 through 80 Job Quest for Ninja. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next part. Later.